potato.
Hello everybody! We are once again back after a short little intermission, as the current time is 2 p.m. CST, and we have ourselves another 3-hour round. This time we will be discussing the concept art in more detail, and with me I currently have the voice actress of Mrs. Stone, Daisy herself, and I have still with me the co-owner, Skyler. And we have also our special guest, Kat, and we are all here to once again continue this celebration of this very special occasion of the 10th year anniversary special. So for now, let's cut right to the chase. Getting into the most important things, that's where we left off before. As you can see from the others, we were basically all playing a game at some point. But now we took a little break, and now we're just going to go back to a more regular podcast session until we can get the next game ready to go. As for now, once it comes down to everything, how are you feeling today, folks? Hello?
Doing alright, can't complain.
Well, that's good. Okay, sorry about the awkward silence, folks. For now, mainly I'm just happy that we're all able to be together and celebrate the special occasion. As for now...
Also, to anyone who celebrates, Happy Dias de los Muertos. We are almost there because it begins tonight. To anybody, Day of the Dead.
Of course. As far as it comes down to everything else, we should have more people slowly joining on. So once we get a nice handful of people on, hopefully we can get a couple of the artists to join on so we can move on to the art segment as promised. As far as it comes towards everything else, how are you particularly feeling about the anime once it comes to its current direction, Daisy? Seeing the Stage 5 concept art as well as the new upcoming Stage 6. How are you feeling about it?
I feel like it's going to be a really good time for everyone, including the audience and the people behind the anime.
Well, I'm glad to hear. As mainly these characters, we've had to put a lot of time and effort into them, and I can't wait to reveal them to the public. We're just going to reveal a couple, just to show off, just to give them a taste. But really, still at the same order, we still got the ball gag in place once it comes to the spoiler alerts. But once it comes down to everything else, we're going to be doing title revelations. So going on to this next coming segment, we will be focusing on showing off some art, talking a little bit about each of the individual characters, and as well as talking about what for them to expect in this first coming season, and how does it all tie in together. And at the end of the day, as Daisy can confirm, she is playing the role of a Season 0 character. And every role in this anime, there's no such thing as a pointless role. Everyone in this anime has an important part to play. As Mrs. Stone is the official role that Daisy is playing, and that character is a very crucial part of this anime story for the first season, of course. Once it comes down to it, I'll let Daisy talk a little bit about what Mrs. Stone is like, just so you guys get an idea from the actress herself.
Well, Mrs. Stone is pretty much at the very summarization, a strong female character who is determined and never back down from a fight.
Strong-willed indeed. Basically one of our powerful female characters. a nice role model, and at the same time, she kicks ass with a smile on her face. And while she pisses off the villains, she makes all the heroes cheer. At least that's what we can all agree on.
Yes.
As for now, Mrs. Stone's makeup for the live-action part of the anime, which I've talked very loosely about, but we do plan on doing some live-action events. As, for example, Kat has a little bit of experience of, as she mentioned earlier, makeup effects.
Woohoo!
So Kat, go ahead and tell us about how we would best want to give Daisy here, particularly a nice makeup job to give her the live-action appearance of Mrs. Stone. And Mrs.
Okay, so I don't really know much about it, like in that sense. I would have to see like pictures and images like that. I know we wouldn't be able to use just paint, like that's not me. I've always used to get texture stuff like that. I've always used latex models. I've used what we call flesh bits, and that's it's pretty much like liquid latex, except it's a little bit different because instead of using just liquid latex layer after layer after layer, making it smoother, making it nicer, you do more to it. You know, it's already molded for you, it's already dried for you and everything like that, and they're a lot easier to use. So we would have to find one that's textured the right way, we'd have to make one that's which isn't hard at all. I think that's it. I just kind of lost my train of thought, and I was like,
Basically, Mrs. Stone, well, it's in her name, but she does have stone skin. It's not like rough, jagged, but it's more like she looks like she has smooth, polished stone, like holding a marble.
soft, sanded stone.
Yeah. Basically, think of one of Medusa's victims. Yet instead of being frozen as a statue, it's a walking, talking statue. If to give you a better visualization, her entire body is stone.
That being said, if we're going for like a polished marble, then I would body paint. But we would have to really, really work with it, and I would have to find a way to make it gloss out. Over gloss. And that's...
Of course. I suppose it comes down to everything. Getting her done in the correct way is always the important way. Because at the end of the day, the model brings the character to life. So
Definitely.
To get the model looking the part is important as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but once it comes down to everything, just having, and as Daisy has described herself, to be tall and have the more muscular, athletic fit, her body type and mesomorph style fits with Mrs. Stone's body type.
Definitely.
And as me and Daisy talked about in the past and during production, basically her body has definitely been, trained for this particular moment and for this role.
Definitely. And just her natural curvature and everything that I've seen with Daisy, she's beautifully built, and I love it when I get special effects models that are built like Daisy, because I'm just like, yes, this is gonna be awesome.
And once it comes down to everything, we plan on using the best quality, basically the best products that we can get our hands on for our
Definitely. And that's what I work with, because I don't always know everybody's allergies, so I try to use the best hypoallergenic stuff that I can so I do not trigger somebody's allergies. I don't use, per se, liquid latex. I use a form of liquid latex, but it does not have latex in it because I do not know latex allergy. Most of the time I do ask in case I have to use some that is a latex product, but most of the time I can't ask that question. And I'm put right into the room with the model, and it's just kind of, I fly, let's go.
Of course. Once it comes down to it, it's always going to be a touch-A scenario. Going into this next important bit is once it comes down to our other, say our anthro characters, their live action is going to be a bit different. We're going to have kind of two sets of styles for that. Basically, just girls dressing up as the characters, maybe having some fox ears in the tail as if they're doing a cosplay. Because obviously we don't have the money to get very advanced looking realistic suits. Or fursuits in this case, but more realistic looking for this particular set for the anthro characters for the live action modeling. But once it comes down to getting them done though, we will try our best to find a nice alternative. But once it comes towards the rest, at the end of the day, it's all, once I said again, it's all about how the model is.
Definitely.
For now, moving on to the important bit. Skyler, how do you feel about the live action scenario so far?
Honestly, I'm very excited for it.
Happy to hear. Because basically, I'm surely getting your characters into the live action bit is going to be complex, but of course, like, what would be a couple of things down the road that we eventually would have to get? As described to the people that what we will have to do to make sure that we provide them the best live action version of said characters. Because just give them an...
Say that again?
Sorry, let me reword it. Tell the people, like, give them an idea of what it's going to take for us to properly get your characters into live action, just so they can know how much work we're putting into this for them, the people.
Oh, heck. It's definitely gonna be complicated. I can't really say more than that.
I mean, besides building sets and finding vehicles that match up with vehicles used in the anime.
Not even just that, but it's also the animation, because the requirements that are gonna be required to get the animation just right is gonna be, let's just say the animators are gonna have a fun time trying to get it just right.
Well, right now, that's a whole other thing. Right now we're talking about the live action. But at the end of the day, we will have our segments soon enough with the animators so you can give them more of a interesting idea of what we're going for.
I can't really give a decent example.
Well, you're gonna have to give them something, because you can't be the guy who sits back there and says, "I want you to do this, but I won't tell you how," because then you sound like a jackass the entire time. Of course, I was just joking around, but at the end of the day, we'll figure that out when that bridge comes. For now, once it comes down to the live action bits, it will be, a complex scenario to get that filming done, the correct timing, the way we want it to be done. So,
you pretty much have it covered, and like, all I can really share is I'm still trying to tinker everything and get it all just right to where it makes sense for the live action bits.
Of course, mainly going from animation to live action is a complicated scenario. Because at the end of the day, that does take a lot of money. But of course, as we take our time and slowly get ourselves the props, we will get there in no time. As for now,
I will definitely state I will have more to share, but in actual honesty, I'm still trying to fine tune quite a lot of things.
of course, going down into it all is going to be a very interesting process just to get it all done in the correct order, in the correct way, just to think about it. Because you would have to go through a lot of, pre-filming, acting, script. See, because voice acting, is one thing, but physically acting, getting the facial expressions, getting the emotion, that is a whole nother ballpark. Because, going into a lot of that, it will be an interesting challenge nonetheless. And for now, going into most of this, you will have to consider, what it's going to take to get, these characters to be active. First, we got to find, the right models for each character. Which, luckily enough, some of the, voice actresses and actors fit their characters, body types, which makes it, a perfect little Easter egg for some of these characters to be modeling and voice acting as the character. While also, as we're doing at the same time, we will be having to find, interesting off-handed models to model as characters for the anime. Yeah, because we still got this little calendar that we're working on to ensure that it's, just right for everyone, to make sure that it's basically gives this anime its best foot forward. As once it comes down to everything else, the music of the anime, we already have our composer, and he is a very talented guy. He does a lot of this work. He's done composing for video games and other projects over the years. And I'll tell you one thing, he is very talented. Now, because right now, I'm trying to think, because he has a couple of surnames that he likes to use. I'm trying to think about which one would best fit to his name. But he is from Britain, but he does do his very best to make music at a decent rate. Because while at the same time working with a low budget is complicated, but at the same time you gotta also make room for expenses, because at the end of the day, filming equipment's not cheap, animation equipment's not cheap, voice acting equipment is sure as hell not cheap. Just to get yourself a VXL is a very expensive already right there. It's just already $100 just to get a VXL chip. Yeah, but once it comes down to it, with this anime progressing a lot faster than it was 2 years ago, I'm just proud to say that I made that with the power of teamwork, faith, friendship, I've made this anime literally, skyrocket in production. Because moral...
Faith, trust, and a little bit of pixie dust?
Of course.
But
as for now, once it comes down to everything, because Daisy could surely shine some light, because from early on, from mid-late 2019, the anime was hitting a rough patch. But then, this year came along and the anime just shot up the production.
At all.
But once it comes down to everything else, what would you say is your most favorite part about working on the anime, Daisy?
I would say visuals and sound.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. As once it comes down to it, like how do you feel about your everyone that you're working with, your coworkers, anyone in particular that you've bonded with while you worked over with, like one of your fellow voice actors, anything like that? Like just tell us,
Wow.
basically tell the people about like what it's like to be a part of the TUDNation family.
Lots of acceptance and love and joy. Meeting people just like once or twice are pretty cool overall.
Yeah, because I mean I know you and the storyboard artist became good chat buddies.
Yeah.
At this point, as we already call ourselves the three amigos, and we're all just having a nice conversation together. But it's always nice to be able to talk, or in this case, to two amigos and amiga, to be proper. But of course, at the end of the day, it's always a blast when Danny shows up. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like when you are always having a good time at TUDNation, and that's what we're always looking for, is to provide you with a good experience. For now, the big thing coming into it is like, sorry about that, just kind of had a brain fart there for a second. Yeah. Now, moving on to the other matters, like, where do you see this anime being in 3 years, based off of like how you see things moving along?
I want to say that all of us are together somewhere, maybe like in Texas or whatever, working on the anime.
Now, that is a possibility.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, a lot of it. Going into, like, live action, meeting up with everyone at that time. It's always basically 3 years from now. I can see the teaser animations are already going through. We're already getting the calendars out, so I can see the anime progressing a lot further as well down the road. Yeah, but going into a lot of it, you to also think about the evolution that we came from. I mean, let's just look at it. It's Halloween. It's around. We are sitting here all together talking about a project that's been in the making for so many years. Like, it just, I'm a little bit emotional, I'll admit, because it's like I've been working on this for so long, and now it's finally, it's happening. It's been there, it's been happening, and people are beginning to, notice us working together. And that's, what I want at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I want people to be eager to see the story. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about money. I could care less. Because honestly, if I had $1 million, I would spend it on this anime and getting everyone else set up before I even got myself a pair of shoes. I mean, because, like, all I want to give to the world is this story. At least show and express myself through this anime. Let Skyler's story, let my story, let Angel's story flow through this anime. Just so we can all be able to have expressed ourselves. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters, it's teamwork. Because that's the most important thing you can do. Because at the end of the day, you can't, do anything without it. I mean, look at it this way. If I wasn't, helping out the artist or helping out Shoop learn the style, we would still be, like, way behind. Stage 5 wouldn't even be done.
Yeah.
But now I've literally, since I've stayed there and took the time and helped, worked as a team, we got it done. Because that's the most important thing you can ever ask for when you do something like this. Is working together with a nice, firm, gentle pace. Like, no speed bump. We get the occasional speed bump, yes, but we get through it, because that's how teamwork, that's how it works. You work as a team and you get through it, you get past it. Because that's how we always did it. Because this company has had many speed bumps over the years. I mean, clearly. But we've always gone through it. Maybe if some people left, some people may have stayed behind, but some people may have passed away. But we still are here. The TUDNation is still a symbol of an idea, a belief. And that belief is still existing. That flame is still on. We are still carrying out the same mission that we started in 2016. To make an anime out of a good story. And now it's become, a whole new segment. It's become a whole new story altogether. It's the same story. It's just, at this point, as of right now, it's 10 years older. It's 10 years later, and this anime is still being worked on. I mean, just think about that, like a 9-year-old keeping up with his own story until he turns 19. That's something that's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And, like, think about it. Like, who's the last person that you guys know that's kept up with a dream for this long? Like,
Every Olympic champion ever. Sorry, that was a mean joke.
That's a great joke, but at the same time, you gotta be realistic. When you're first born,
But then again, most of the time, the Olympians, they, are forced into it by their parents.
Yeah.
Continue to force themselves to do it because they believe they need.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you will excuse me, I will be right back.
No problem. But yeah, Daisy, who was the last person that kept up with their childhood dream since the dawn of time?
I mean, me?
Gators!
I mean, we all keep up our dreams. Yeah, the point is we're all keeping up our dream. Because as most parents would look at their kid to say, oh, he's going to give up on that in a week. It's encouragement.
Okay, awkward.
If you get encouragement, that's what's important. Getting encouragement helps you get it done. It helps you stay focused on it. Encouraging yourself, working with someone else. That is what pushes you to strive for greatness. At the end of the day, even though I may go through some hardships, I may get stressed out, I may be tired beyond all belief, and I might want to give up. But no, I just remember I have friends on this production. I'm friends with everyone. I'm working as a team. I'm not working by myself. At the end of the day, sometimes I forget about it. I try to, do everything all by myself sometimes. And it's not like I don't want a team. Sometimes I just try to make sure it's getting done. And yet then I just have to remember I'm working as a team. And so that's what helps me at the end of the day. So I can sit back and breathe because I remember I'm not just solo running this. I got Skyler on my back and I got Angel on my back. Because really, like, with us, me, Skyler, and Angel, we've been writing this.
God damn it, I'm coming. Come on, guys.
We've been writing our stories for years.
What?
For many years. And I mean, it's the greatest experience to ever have writing this together. And I mean, Skyler can tell you our stories, fusing them together over these years, our stories and characters have changed, like they've evolved, blended in together. I mean, Skyler, if he wants, could tell you a little bit about like the extent of how much our characters have changed from 2016 to now.
No, let's just say, all I gotta say is if it wasn't for Dustin, my character would never have been able to get as fine-tuned as they are today.
Sounds like someone just broke a glass bottle over someone's head. But yes.
No, unfortunately, I wish I could do that, but unfortunately, that's illegal.
For now, basically going into it, as Skyler was saying, his characters got fine-tuned, as well as mine. I mean, I've had some characters that we know that were just mere suggestive ideas. And Skyler ran away with the idea and made it work. We ran off with it, and we both together created amazing characters. Some of our characters that we never thought we would continue having exist became full and blended into the story. Like, some of our characters have children in the story, which is amazing. I mean, writing that amount of detail just to put effort to create an actual generation bloodline between two sets of characters. It's just like, it's like creating a whole world. And honestly, when everyone reads the manga, it's going to be like, as Shu was suggesting earlier, it's going to be like an idealist Bible for the anime. Basically, something we introduce you to is the Bible, the anime. And while the manga is going to be the true, as has always been considered, the manga has always been considered the Bible of every anime. And honestly, this manga is going to be not just one manga, it's going to be several. Because there's so many, generations and chapters of each of what me and Skyler's characters go through, that we have enough characters to go on and make 10 seasons right off the bat. There's already going to be more than 10 plus seasons, I can guarantee you that. That's what it comes down to it. It's all about fine-tuning our characters, and right now, at this stage of the game, we are taking our already written stories and remastering them, editing them, getting rid of jokes we can't use in 2020, adding in jokes, fixing things, changing things, tweaking it, giving it a nice little. Because every time, as I already said this memo before, it takes you about 6 times before the publisher finally lets you publish your book, because you always got to polish up your story before you can publish it. And that's what we're doing. We're now in the process of polishing the anime. We're polishing up its story while we're getting all the characters drawn and getting all their details focused on. So that once the characters are all drawn, we can move on to, the next part. Getting their basic animation tests done. Like from walking upright, walking, jumping, etc. I mean, just imagine the amount of time you have to dedicate just to do that. And that's why I'm very appreciative of the animators I have on this team. For them spending time, willing to do this. Even with the low budget, they're willing to do this, which they are highly appreciated for. Because without them, this anime is it's not even an anime, it's just another concept art comic. But honestly, I just want to personally give a thanks to all the animators I have in this production, because they've done a wonderful service, and I know they're going to do even more great things eventually. That's what it comes down to, everything. At the end of the day, we are our family. TUDNation's a family. We are all a family. Even though we might not have the same moms or dads at all, we are a family. And yeah, and pretty much for now, I think I'll basically put it at that. TUDNation is a family company, an American Texan company. As we are based in Texas, yet we work with everyone throughout the world, and we treat everyone with the same respect and the same pay. Unless they want to be paid differently, and that's where we will talk about that, but that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother time. As far as it comes down to everything, like, how does it feel to work on this anime with someone who's, willing to, make it accommodations for you, Daisy, willing to change things that no one else normally would ever change for you, so you can be more comfortable working? for here on here, Daisy.
I mean, it's very generous. Say the
Well,
least.
yeah, because mainly not every writer is willing to turn around and edit his characters or change their design to appeal to the voice actor or actress. That's not a normal thing, but I decided to make life a little bit simpler and to give the characters a new aspect. Because it's all part of cleaning it up at the end of the day.
Right.
For now, just to make this more fun, let's each play 20 questions, shall we? So far, Kat, you go ahead and ask Daisy 20 questions and make sure they're acceptable because we're on air.
I am so bad at this.
And then after Daisy's done answering, Daisy can ask Kat 20 questions, and Skyler can ask, Kat 20 questions too, all the way around. We'll make it like a big circle. And I'll answer, and I'll ask, I'll answer, the usual. So, you go ahead and start us off, Kat. Hello? Kat? Sorry, folks, we seem to be having some technical difficulties. Hey, Kat, can you hear me? Kat, can you hear me? Okay, so she cannot hear me. Okay, we're having some... Once again, folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties. I guess, in this case, Skyler, ask Daisy 20 questions.
Wait, we're doing the 20 questions game?
Yeah, we are doing the 20 questions game.
Alright, Daisy, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
What's your favorite food?
The heart of a cabbage.
I can agree on that one. Do you enjoy bicycling?
No, I am bad at that.
What's your favorite video game?
Okami.
Okami?
Yeah, Okami.
What is Okami?
It's about a Japanese sun god. It's really good. I have it.
Amaterasu! That's
Yeah,
right.
Amaterasu. Yeah.
Oh, that took me a second. If you had to choose, what card game would you do?
Uno.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yes. Hello.
Welcome back, Kat.
How long have you been a voice actress? There it
A
is.
year.
I'm running out of questions.
No, it's hard.
Sorry, I thought you guys were talking to me. I was like,
I got it. I got some. Give me a second. My brain's just fighting me.
Take your
I
time.
mean, you can look some up. I'm looking stuff up.
What kind of computer would you consider to be your dream system?
A custom one.
What are your hobbies?
Fuck, what's it called? Oh, I'm bordering.
Well then.
If you were to be an inventor, what would you invent?
A vacuum for deadly vapors that can encase the whole entire world. I don't know.
That sounds dangerous.
I know.
That sounds ambitious.
Indeed.
Alrighty, I think that was 20 questions.
I think I've only asked 9.
I was counting with my fingers.
I didn't ask 20 though.
Alright, continue asking questions.
I'll just ask one more, cause yeah. What kind of vehicle would you prefer driving?
A stick shift or a Volkswagen?
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done because I could look up some questions.
Alrighty. Kat, go ahead and ask Skyler 20 questions.
20 questions? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Jeez, sorry, my fiance.
You are allowed to copy the questions that other people have asked.
So, give me a second, because I need to get something to drink. Clot in my throat. I will be right back.
How's that a question?
She's getting something to drink.
Yo.
Okay, sergeants. Okay, so Skyler, what really honestly started all of this? Like, what inspired you greatly to continue this?
To continue with my Sona or with the anime?
With the anime. Sorry, I probably should have specified.
That's all good. I honestly have never really bothered thinking on my own future, because a lot of times in my life I've had a lot of struggle, and I just figured eventually I'd probably find something that was worth my time, and pretty much when I ended up hearing about this anime, it pretty much gave me an idea, and I figured, why not go for it? And so far, ever since I gave myself something to work towards on being a part of, it's helped me with a lot of things.
That's good, that's good.
That's question 1.
Give me a... Okay, so what do you feel like your weaknesses are with, in all of, what do you feel like you as...
Weaknesses?
Yeah, what do you feel is...
real life wise, or my...
Just any sort of weakness that you feel like you have within?
I'd have to say my main weakness would be my ADHD, and there's a few other things that I'm currently looking into, but I'm not certain as of yet, so...
Okay, so where do you see this going? 5
I see this blossoming into something epic, awesome, and I'm gonna keep that faith that that's how it's gonna turn out.
That's good. That's good. So what do you believe are the main strengths that you have, and all of you as a group collective have, that really strive to keep this moving?
I don't know all the strengths for everyone in our entire thing as of yet, but I know the strengths I help contribute is my rather out of control positivity. Sometimes I'll be like negative for like a few minutes, but then for the rest of the day I will have non-stop positivity to where sometimes fellow entities wonder if I'm all there, and all I can say is yes I am, because positivity is the way to survive, because it keeps you happy, it keeps a smile on that face.
That's good. That's good. Beyonce food, and he was like, Taco Bell, and I'm like, no, not again.
What?
My fiance texted me asking me if I Taco Bell.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Hmm?
These questions are really good questions you've been asking, Ken. See?
Thank you. So what major challenges do you see in the upcoming future, or that you're concerned about, or what are your major concerns, and how do you guys plan on going about fixing that, or at least how do you plan on going about fixing your
The only concerns that I can really see is probably all the businesses that'll try and claim that we're using stuff that they had claimed, and try causing some sort of feudal debate over nothing at all in particular. But as far as I can tell, I'm gonna do all I can to ensure that anything they may end up trying to claim as theirs, there won't be any actual proof that it is actually something that was theirs originally, if that makes any sense.
Definitely, I get that. So tell me, what's your biggest dream? Like, where do you want to see this go?
I want to see this anime rise higher than, I'd have to say, probably Bleach.
Okay.
Yes, I love Bleach.
So
Only seen
I'm sorry,
one
I'm
episode of that thing.
I'm trying to think of other questions to ask.
That's no problem. Basically, if you can't think of any more
Oh no, I can.
Because so far,
what do you believe are your biggest accomplishments?
My biggest accomplishments?
Yes. What do you believe overall is?
Finding a home.
I meant with the anime. I probably.
Oh.
Again, my deepest apologies. What do you believe are your greatest achievements with this particular?
I would have to say my biggest accomplishment is being able to make friends with everyone that's here. Pretty much build a proper, like, not only are we a business, but it's more than that in a way.
I get that. Do you feel that as a whole is this going in a successful direction? Do you feel like this is steadily going to progress in a successful direction with the way that you are headed?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to think. So do you definitely what's your philosophy? Like, what's your philosophy towards,
My what now?
your philosophy? Like, what is your mindset when when trying to stay positive? What is your philosophy on this progressing forward?
Well, the one thing I've seen throughout my life, I'm still a young adult myself, but the one thing I've seen throughout life is there are repeating patterns to where, in a way, life is sort of like a labyrinth, to where you have about 100 levels, and if you get to the 100th, there's more right after that, depending on how far you can go. Pretty much like a bonus level. And pretty much what I see is with each level, by passing each one, there's a new accomplishment, to where you're someplace new, you're still here, you're still making a goof of yourself, so keep smiling and keep spreading the joy, because another reason I keep my positivity is lately, especially given this year, due to what's been going on, I've seen a lot of entities having almost no joy, not smiling, just overall just hating their day, so I sometimes try to see if I can help give them a smile. So
That's
sometimes
good.
I'll just do a silly dance, or I try doing comedy, which I completely am horrible at. I am. But I still try.
Is there anything that's disappointed you throughout working? And if there is something that's currently disappointing, how are you going to go about fixing that problem as a team?
Say so far, the only thing that has been disappointing me hasn't been anything involving the anime. It's just more things that life has been doing. And so far, all I can do to fix it is keep my positive attitude and do what I can to basically tell it to go the other direction.
Dustin, is that 20 questions?
I believe it has been 20 questions.
Awesome.
So let's see. Skyler asked Daisy questions. Daisy asked Skyler questions. Now Kat's asked Skyler
No,
questions.
Daisy hasn't asked me.
I have not.
questions.
Okay, so who was asking Daisy questions?
Skyler.
I was.
Skyler asked.
Okay, so Skyler asked Daisy questions. Kat asked Skyler questions. So now I'm guessing it's. So Daisy asking me questions, right?
Or me. I mean, nobody's asked me jack crap, but
Yeah.
I'm also not a part of it, technically. So I can't.
Alrighty, Daisy, go ahead and ask Kat questions.
Oh, Jesus. Not what I meant! Fuck, I gotta stop opening my mouth.
20 questions.
Let's see.
I'll keep track.
This will be some stupid freaking questions or some serious questions. So,
Ask away, darling, ask away. I am not afraid to admit just about damn near anything.
had to rename yourself, what name would you choose?
I'd probably rename myself after, like, my mom's flowers, which is chrysanthemum.
Okay. You only get 3 words to describe yourself. What are they?
Oh gods, oh gods, there we go, because I say that way too much. Give me a second.
I mean, that pretty much describes it.
I would honestly have to say, like, protective, loyal, and... Is there a word for crackhead energy?
Yeah, it's called being a crackhead.
There you go!
This is kind of cringy, but, you ready?
Sure.
Have you ever had a crush on an animated character?
Yes! Yes!
Who?
Whom?
Death the Kid from Soul Eater?
Ah!
Yeah, I'm not blushing or anything,
Of course.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
I have to say, like, a dark red, like a blood red.
Like maroon?
Not that dark. Like, a dark red, but not... Go, like, a few shades.
Spider-Man suit red.
Yeah.
Yes, like my Spidey suit.
She has a full-fledged cosplay.
Yes, I do. I do.
What's your
And it's actually...
DC character?
Oh, God. Killing me, Smalls. I have to say Batman.
Oh.
I'd have to say Batman.
Favorite Marvel character?
Spider-Man.
Nice.
I love Spider-Man. I have always loved Spider-Man. Ever since I was a wee one, I loved Spider-Man.
I always wanted a Spider-Man birthday, bruh. Deadass. But, what's your favorite joke?
My favorite what?
Joke.
Oh, joke. You're gonna make this up, aren't you?
No.
Oh boy, it's a really long joke, but it's... Never mind, I can't tell this joke. It's not... Should not tell.
Uh-oh.
Tell another joke instead.
I'm trying to think of one.
Because you have to have a favorite you could tell to the public.
Well, like, it's a politics joke. Like, it doesn't reference any candidates or anything like that, but it's, like, a viewpoint on... Kind of. But, like, I don't want to bring politics.
As long as it isn't directly politics, then he should be good.
No, it's, like, the topics of, like, politics and, like, our government. Like, I'm not...
As long as it doesn't involve the words Trump or Biden, you're good.
Okay. Okay! Good, because I can use this joke then. Hang on, because I have to find it. because I can't remember.
As long as you replace the names with ancient presidents, like
Oh no, there's nothing like that.
Like Andrew Jackson and Churchill and all them.
Hang on. Okay, so, okay, so, this, okay, so, this little boy, he's in his, like, government class. He's trying, like, the doctor, up. The teacher is going on and on and on about government and is talking about government. So the little boy isn't really understanding because he's going on about the government. He's specifically talking about the topic of what is politics. And this little boy is just not getting it at all. So finally, like, after school, he goes to the teacher and he's like, "Sir, I'm not understanding." So he tries to explain it better and the kid's just still not getting it. So he goes, "Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to go home for your homework. You're going to go home and you're going to ask, you know, your parents about politics and try and form your own opinion about politics." So the son goes home and at dinner, you know, his dad's reading the newspaper like that, and his son goes, "Dad, I have to do a special report for school. Can I do a question?" So the father says, "Sure, son, what's the question?" The son goes, he says, "Well, Dad, what is politics?" And so the father responds with, "Well, let's take our family for an example. I'm the wage earner, so let's call me capitalist. Your mother is the administrator of the money, so we'll call her government. We take care of you and your baby brother, so we'll call you the people." So he's like, "We take care of you and your needs, so we'll call you the people. The maid that we have, we'll call her the working class. And your little brother, we'll call him the future." And he was like, "Do you understand?" And he was like, "I'm not really sure, Dad. I'll have to think about this, and I'll have to really figure it out." So, late that night, the boy is woken by crying. So the boy went to go see what's wrong, discovering that his baby brother had seriously soiled his diaper. Like, we're talking, like, massive duty. So the boy went to his parents' room and found his mother sound asleep. He went to the maid's room, where, peeking through the keyhole, he saw his father doing the nasty with the maid. So he starts knocking on the door, trying to get their attention and everything like that. So the boy's knocking went completely unheeded. Like, nobody was listening to him. Like, he was completely ignored by his father and the... So the boy returned to his room and went back to sleep. He just wasn't going to deal with it. He had given up. So the next morning, and he's sitting there and he's lying awake because he's hearing his brother crying. He's thinking about this, and finally he just drifts off to sleep. So the next morning he goes to his dad, and he was like, "Have you figured out politics?" And he was like, "Yeah, huh." So he goes to his teacher the next day, and he goes, "Sir, I think I understand what politics is now." And so the father says, "Good. Can you explain to me what politics is in your own words?" So in front of the whole class, he goes, "Well, sir, while capitalism is screwing the working class, the government is sound asleep, the people are being completely ignored, and the future is in deep shit."
How amazing. It was worth the wait.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. That was brilliant.
So that's my favorite joke, personally.
Was it worth the wait, Daisy?
Yes, it was.
Let's see if Twitch decides to kill us.
Did it kill us?
Nope, it hasn't stopped streaming yet.
Okay. Can I keep going, or?
You can keep going.
Alright.
Once we hit 20 questions, we'll switch to one of y'all getting to ask me 20 questions.
Kubing!
Okay.
Because
What's the most...
Skyler's keeping track.
Alright. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
The most spontaneous thing I've ever done?
Yes.
I think the most spontaneous thing I've ever done is my best friend found out a boyfriend. So, I had picked her up from practice.
You are cutting out a lot, Kat.
Yes.
I'm pausing. Sorry, I'm just pausing to think. Sorry. So she thought we were going straight home, but instead I had sleeping bags in the back of my, and I took her out to one of the best stargaze, and we slept underneath the stars together. I told her that she didn't need a man in her life to show her just how beautiful and just is to be alive. Just being able to...
Yeah, you're cutting out badly.
I paused. What did you hear?
Like, you were
Hello?
in the middle of your words, you kept cutting out. It's like you're not. It's like we know when you're pausing, but like this is why you're talking. Chunks of your story is getting cut out. Your mic is cutting
weird.
out.
That's weird. Huh.
Because every time all day long, whenever we've been saying you're cutting out, it's not because you're pausing. It's because your mic is actually cutting while you're speaking.
Oh, well, I don't know what to do about it. It's not...
For now, it's no problem. But that was pretty spontaneous. And Skyler, how many questions has Kat been asked so far?
5.
18.
18.
Oh, 18? Damn, okay, wow. Where have I been?
Okay, let's move on to the final two, and then one of y'all can play Any Money Mo and see who asks me questions.
Dibs.
Rock, paper, scissors.
People?
Never mind. Anyway, okay, you're two.
What is your favorite... Yeah, what is your favorite item of clothing?
Oh, I have this hoodie it's got like all the patches on it, and it's got like all my stuff from aeronautics administration. So it's my favorite thing. Yummy.
What's the weirdest nickname you've ever had?
What's the weirdest what?
Nickname you ever had?
Had any weird... No, I had a friend who used to call me Spidey.
Okay, and I'm guessing that was 2 questions, right?
Are you ready, Dustin?
I guess I am. I'm as ready as I will ever be.
Alright, question 1. If you were a girl for a day, what is the first thing you'd do?
If I was a girl for a day, I would find my worst enemy, get him drunk, get him all freaking handsy and flirty on me, then switch back at 12 a.m. back to a guy and tell him, you're just groping a dude.
Oh my god.
And I would enjoy the look on his face as he realizes what he was trying to do. Petty vengeance, maybe, but no one pours ice water on my Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
Nobody.
Well, anyways, are you ready for the next question?
Yep.
Would you rather be an amazing painter or a brilliant mathematician?
I'd rather be a painter. Because
Yeah, that makes sense.
if I had that much intelligence, I would end up pulling a Robin Williams at some point. Because I don't like being smart as it is.
Would you rather eat a half-cooked meal or eat a half-burnt meal?
A half-cooked
Ew.
meal, or a half-cooked meal, or a half-burnt meal. Do you mean like medium rare, like if the cheeseburger is still red meat, or like
No, half-cooked.
Okay, not even cooked at 1/2. Okay, so McDonald's. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I guess I'll take myself a couple of quarter pounders. Yeah, sure. I'll have some McDonald's. Half cooked.
Ew.
Delicious.
I wasn't expecting that kind of burn, but dang.
Hey, you said half burnt. Hell, my shit's more burnt than them. I cook my burgers in the microwave, and mine are actually brown.
Which Disney princess would you consider yourself to be?
Oh boy, there's been so many. Okay, let me try to remember. Okay. Since at this point, Disney has bought freaking everything. I would consider myself I guess a long time ago I would consider myself Ariel because of the sense of wonder. But 2020 I would consider myself more of an angsty Elsa. Pissed off and hates everybody. Or something like that. I don't know. I guess I'll just say Ariel for this 2006 me.
The most useless thing you've ever learned in school?
Sign language. Because I don't even remember it. I say it's useless because, well, my brain never kept it. So my brain automatically assumed it was useless and forgot it.
Alright, give me a quick second.
It's a dark joke against myself, but yes.
What would you grab if your house was on fire?
If my house was on fire, I would grab my computer.
Nice. Classic.
Because basically, I have my phone in my pocket 24/7. I got my wallet in my pocket 24/7, and my computer has my entire life on it. So I would grab my computer,
Alright.
or I would smash it open and grab the hard drive.
What's your perfect burger?
Okay, I would take a nice 2 patties, 4 cheeses, some pickles, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mayo. Have that cooked all the way brown, not burnt, but still chewy. Like not super chewy, but it melts in your mouth kind of scenario. Like a good, like it's
Hang
right,
on, guys. Back.
Right.
What?
It's right off the grill.
Alright, give me a
I can
second.
understand that. If you somehow
Why do you say
got
that?
pregnant today, what would you do?
If I got pregnant today, I guess I would literally be that guy. one movie that I'll be in the situation that one movie Arnold played in when Arnold
Alright, let me
played
just
as a
set
pregnant
everything
dude.
up. Hang on.
When Arnold played in this one movie where he literally was a pregnant dude, I would be in that situation.
Wait, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, he played in a movie one time where he was a scientist that injected himself with an embryo, and it actually got pregnant.
What?
Yeah, Arnold played a pregnant guy.
I have yet to see this movie.
It had it was like the 80s movie. It had like a very buff Arnold having a really pregnant belly, and it had a very young looking Danny DeVito.
I must have been
Not Danny DeVito. Wait, it probably was Danny DeVito. No, yeah, Danny DeVito. A very young guy. He was very young in this movie. Like, he had black hair still. And it was the funniest thing you've ever seen.
What was the last movie that made you cry?
The last movie that made me cry. I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember. Well,
I remember what it was.
no, you don't.
We had to talk about this.
What year do we have to talk about it? Because
The last movie that made you cry, I showed you, and it wasn't the entire movie. It was a freaking clip.
Oh wow.
what movie was it? Because what year did we even watch
It was Field of Dreams.
Man, Field of Dreams. I cried the Field of Dreams.
You cried during the Field of Dreams,
No.
and I know you did.
No, you're thinking of somebody else. No.
BS, don't lie.
No, I'm calling it bullshit. Because I never
You
cried.
can call BS all you want, but it doesn't change the facts.
No, I think you're thinking of something else because I never watched Field of Dreams with you. I never watched Field of Dreams with you. Not even a clip.
Well, we're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that big time.
I've never watched Field of Dreams with you, but I've seen the movie. I laughed every time because the dude is like, why can't I die and go to heaven with you? Well, because you're not invited and you're still alive. That's my greatest thing about it. That's what I was called. Anyways, let me answer the damn question. The last movie I could even remember crying to was Lion King when Simba's dad died, and I was a little kid when I saw it.
Oh my, that was an emotional moment for all of
Yeah,
us.
I can respect that. That is a decent last movie.
And this is back when I was like a little kid, like 6 years old. So.
Hey, I still cry when Mufasa died.
For real, bro.
Anywho,
No.
next question. What language do you like the sound of, even though you don't know how to speak it?
You should ask me that
Japanese.
Yeah, I can respect that.
I like listening to the Japanese Spider-Man song in Japanese.
question. Oh.
Would you?
What, really?
rather-
That's weird, Dustin.
Well, screw you.
No thanks, did that once.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anywho,
Kidding. Completely kidding.
would you rather never be able to wear pants or never be able to wear shorts?
I'd rather not be able to wear pants because hey, it gets hot as hell in Texas. So I need shorts.
Alright, next question. What are 5 things that you cannot live without?
5 what?
things.
5 things I cannot live without. Dr. Pepper. My phone, because it lets me talk to everyone here.
No.
That's 2.
I guess my computer, because it also lets me talk to y'all.
Still got 2 more.
My damn wind machine, because I don't have a ceiling fan and it's hot as hell in this room. And, ramen?
That makes sense. Alright, final questions. What? No, wait. Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere or be able to read minds?
I would rather not give myself an crap, what's it called? I'd rather not give myself an aneurysm hearing every single thought in the universe. I'd rather teleport to places.
What era would you choose to live in if you could?
The 70s.
Nice.
I'll be back, guys.
Final question, and that will be question 20.
I'm ready.
What is the craziest thing you have ever done?
I jumped off a dam once.
Ooh. Cool.
You did a what now?
I jumped off a dam once. It was one rainy day, and I cannonballed off a dam into the water. Not the high end, not the shallow end. The shallow end.
It's not crazy.
Unless it's like them big ass dams.
No, this was one of the biggest dams in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Campwood dam.
Totally wicked, you know?
Alrighty. So I'm trying to think of another combination of questions. Let's see. Okay.
Ooh, I got an idea. Maybe we could do Would You Rather.
Ooh!
Okay then.
Shit, that woke everybody up. Alrighty.
I'm spazzing, I'm sorry.
I'll start.
The fact I heard those responses immediately.
Okay, cat. Would you rather never eat Taco Bell again, or never eat Chipotle again?
I think she's gone.
I think my question killed her. I'm just waiting for her mic to go suddenly screaming, so I'm just waiting for that. Okay, I guess I'll pass my question on to the next one. Okay, Daisy, would you rather ride a horse naked on a highway, or would you rather drive a car with no seat from Texas to Denver, Colorado? That's a 12-hour drive with you having to squat. You can't sit down because there's no seat for you to drive on.
Ride a fucking horse.
Alrighty then. Alright. Skyler,
Yes.
would you rather force your main Sona to regenerate, or would you create a derpy version of him to prevent his regeneration?
I'd rather do the regeneration.
Okay. Dustin, yes. Would you rather go to sleep and ruin the stream, or would you rather stay awake and continue on with this gag? I think I would rather stay awake, you fucking pansy. Okay.
This isn't a gag, man.
No, I was making a gag about myself, asking myself a would you rather question. Anywho, I guess I'll let Skyler take over this one to ask everybody would you rather questions.
Give me a second.
Okay. Oh,
Oh my gosh, nothing is. Why is nothing loading all of a sudden? Everything just broke. Hello?
I'm here.
Everything just broke on my end. Give me a second. Yeah, of course. Thing that I had went down. That's lovely. Can I skip?
Sure, we'll move on to Daisy. Daisy, you now get to ask me more would you rather.
Alrighty. Let's go. Skylar,
Yes.
would you rather be able to fly or be able to turn invisible?
What's the catch?
It's up to you, dude.
I would have to say I would want to fly, cause if I could go invisible, that could actually cause a problem, as then my eyes would no longer be able to see light, and I would become blind. So I'm gonna do flight.
Nice.
Because then I won't ever have to get a plane ticket. I'm gonna be like Superman.
Do. Is Cat here?
It'd be more like dun da da da, redneck man.
Oh my god!
You've already seen plenty of those.
I think
is
she's poofed. But I think she might be back when her technical difficulties gets fixed.
Yeah, just give me a second, guys. I missed this here, but
Alright, I got some questions.
What is it?
I cannot find them to save my.
Well, she didn't ask me.
Found them.
Would you rather as well?
Okay, I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyways, go ahead and continue asking people would you rather do.
Alright. Okay, Dustin.
Yep.
Would you rather have one eye in the middle of your forehead or have two noses?
Two extra nostrils or two actual boned noses.
Actual bone noses.
Sure, why not?
Oh, nice.
On which? Sure, why not? Is it not an answer?
I would basically have the two bone noses, because then I can have a sense of smell dedicated towards my left and my right, while I have
So
my
no-
normal vision.
So in other words, you'd have one nose for blowing and the other for showing.
Perhaps.
Robots reference. Nice.
Alrighty. You said you had questions, Skyler.
Yes, I do. Dustin,
Yep.
would you rather live in a world where there were no problems, or live in a world where you rule?
I'd rather live in a problem where I rule. Because if I lived in a world of no problems, I would make problems. Because I go in and build this, because I'm not used to being in that much of a peaceful environment my entire fucking life. So, at this point, it's sad to say it, but if I lived in a world of no problems, it would take me a long time to get used to that. If I could ever.
Alright. So, Daisy,
Yes.
would you blah 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 blah? Would you rather live in the Harry Potter universe, or live the life of fame and wealth?
I want to be a wizard.
Goes on with some Disney.
To be honest, I'd choose that too, because who says you can't live the life of fame and wealth in that universe?
Right.
Except Harry Potter's the main character, so he gets all the good shit.
Do, 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 do.
So you would have to be like become really good friends of his just to even get any attention from that universe. Logic dictates. Because you think about it, a main character where the world is focused on him, he gets all the good stuff, while people who don't get focused on it all don't get any special treatment.
But I can live in the woods with nobody to bother me.
In Harry Potter.
Alright. And now it's time for me to ask myself a question. Would I rather be the richest person on the planet or immortal? I would have to say immortal, because I would be able to help a few of my friends with a lot of problems. And I can ensure I'm not the only one that's immortal. Because that would get lonely after a while.
Alrighty. Guess it's my turn. Skyler,
No. Yes.
would you rather have the curse of John Stone, or would you rather have the curse of the Prince of Darkness being stuck in your mind?
I mean, I already sort of have the second one, so I'm gonna stick with that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Daisy,
Yes.
if you were given an opportunity to have one superpower from your favorite anime, but it would cost you the ability, let's say like you have the power of flight,
Right.
you could no longer walk. It has a negative effect. So would you rather have flight, lose your ability to walk, or would you rather have the ability to run so fast that you can never stop running?
Flight?
In all honesty, flight is the better option there.
Right.
Because it's like, you could literally fly an inch above the ground and make it look like you're walking.
Oh, yeah.
Like, flight's just better.
Alrighty.
And also, who says you can't regain the ability to walk down the road? Just says you lose it. Never said permanent.
Okay. And myself. Would I rather have all the chickens in the world Or would I rather have all of the money? I would rather have all the chickens in the world so I can have an army of birds that will shit on people's cars on my command.
You said chickens, so there's a lot of chickens that cannot.
Chicken shit in one big pellet.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever seen a chicken actually fly.
Oh, they can fly. They can. They can fly for a good minute before they have to land. I've seen how. You want to know how I know that? Because I scared one of my hens and she went flying about 10 feet in the air for a solid minute before she landed on the roof. So they can fly if they're skinny enough.
Get all those chickens.
Daisy, it is your turn.
Oh, yay. Okay. Jesus. Dustin.
Yep.
Would you rather be able to control the weather or be able to talk to animals?
I would rather talk to animals.
Ah, nice.
I can respect that.
So I can understand what the hell my math teacher was saying to me. Because God, because she was not a freaking human.
How? Why do you say that?
Seeing how she didn't teach me shit.
Skyler.
Yes.
Would you rather live in Narnia or attend school at Hogwarts?
What school?
Hogwarts?
Huh. I would have to say Hogwarts, cause yeah, Narnia sort of entered a rather long war, and I don't think it ever ended. So
Oof.
I'm gonna stick with the Harry Potter universe, cause there I know it's safe.
Hufflepuff.
Yes, Gryffindor you is.
You is?
Okay, guess it's my turn again. Or
No.
wait, no, it's Skyler's turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you dare do that. Alright. Dustin, would you rather have a rewind button in your life or have a pause button in your life?
Pause button. Because if I see someone try to hit me, I can pause, move to the side, unpause, and he would miss, and he would think I'm the Flash. I could give people the illusion that I'm faster than the fastest man alive, but even though
I want to offer you to think on this though. If there is a pause button, how do you know by pressing it makes you paused as well?
Oh boy.
well, basically both options would be screwed by that logic. Because if I hit the rewind button, I'll be rewinding myself back up to where I came from on 2001.
But that's the thing. Rewinding only goes so far. Pausing, however, could be permanent.
But you never said how far rewinding would go. It can go not so far, can mean, oh, I'll take you back to when you're 4 years old.
Yeah.
That is true.
So basically, it's a negative on both ends, so I'd rather have the pause button.
Daisy,
Yes.
would you rather... My brain's breaking.
Oh no.
Here we go. Would you rather lead a boring life from here forward, or be reborn with your memories, but you are the opposite gender?
Be fucking reborn, bruh. That shit sounds lit.
I wish I had that fucking question. I would know the perfect answer to that.
Alright, Dustin.
Anywho, it's my turn. For now. Daisy.
I like.
Yes!
There we go. Would you rather pet a chicken while eating chicken nuggets,
Oh.
or would you rather pet a puppy while you send its mother to the pound?
Eat a chicken. Or pet a chicken while eating chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I'd have to say that one myself, because
Yeah.
dang, I'd rather have them nuggets. After all, it's not actually chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Skyler.
Shoot.
Would you rather have the TARDIS of the first Doctor, the malfunctioning chameleon circuit, unable to control the destination at all, the original 1963 malfunctioning TARDIS, or would you rather have the corrupted zone ship of the Valiard?
Go with the first TARDIS, because at least even though you don't know the destination and the chameleon circuit don't work, the manual's still there. I could just fix it. So I'm gonna go with the first TARDIS.
Alrighty then.
Downright learn how to fix it and become an epic time traveling goofball that's gonna dance all over the place.
Alrighty.
Now then, this one I just found and I honestly love it.
What?
Daisy,
What's up,
Would-
Brady?
would you rather punch every trick-or-treater that knocks on your door in the face, or answer the door for trick-or-treaters completely without clothes?
You better ask how old.
Okay.
You better ask how old,
Oh.
Daisy. You better look at the logic.
How old? I mean, they're gonna be kids. At least one of them. So, okay. If I can do...
I just saw it and I had to ask it.
If I can paint myself...
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay, then...
Technically, that's not clothing.
Yes. So, as long as it's covered some kind of way, I would do that. But if I can't do that, like bare skin, have to be bare skinned, it'll be the other one. Because I can make my house, like, I can hide it or some shit, like make it
I
not...
feel sorry for them kids.
I don't know my strength neither, so yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Alright.
Your daughter won the pageant. Well, your daughter got first place and my daughter got fourth. I'm looking forward to punching this fucking kid in the face.
And Dustin,
Yes.
Dustin, would you rather emit robot noises whenever you move, or make camera shutter sounds whenever you blink? And yes,
Am I the
everyone around you can hear it. And it's the classic cameras, the ones that always go.
I would do the shutter sounds because it would be annoying to everyone and no one would know who the hell is coming from. They would be looking for a camera while I'm sitting here blinking like fucking crazy. So I could basically be like this, hey, can I have that pay raise, boss? And it starts blinking really fast. She gets a migraine. Look, you can have the pay raise. Just gotta help me find that stupid camera. Stops blinking. Huh. Okay, I'll help you find it. And that is how I will use that to my advantage.
Alright.
But then after I'm done, if I ever want to go to sleep again, have surgery to remove my eyelids.
What? So
no,
Jeff the Killer?
Kinda. Just no blinking. Meaning I'll sleep with my eyes open, so whoever tries to come in my room and take my car keys again, I'll be staring right at them.
Alright, I believe it is Daisy's turn.
Okay. Skyler,
Yes.
would you rather lose one arm or lose one leg?
I would rather lose one arm so that I could end up getting the exact kind of arm my Sona does.
Okay. Dustin,
Yep.
would you rather live without technology or live without humans?
Can I at least be able to psychically talk to the people I talk to with technology? Is that a yes or no?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, then I can live without technology. Because as I said, I basically, you guys are my only friends. So, technology is how I am social. It's how I run the anime. It's how I do anything.
Dustin,
Yep.
ask.
Skyler,
Yeah.
would you rather have the powers of Kronos or have the powers of Omega from Doctor Who? Omega being the one who lives in the black matter dimension, meaning he's forever immortal as long as he is in the black matter dimension or takes the host of another. He can create anything he desires in thin air in the black matter dimension.
I would have to say I would want to be Omega in this case, as technically speaking, involving Kronos, that would involve me having to unalive people just to stay in a specific time period. So, no offense, I'm gonna go with the dark dimension, cause then I could just craft me a time space machine with the dimension inside of it. Just go wherever I want.
Well, that's the thing. Omega and Doctor Who tried that, but he needed to possess someone who was similar to his species, which in this case was the Third Doctor, another Time Lord. So he needed to basically get out of there to get back into the regular matter dimension, which is in this case the regular dimension, to become alive again. But yet he was already dead, so he couldn't just leave by himself. Because the minute he would step foot back in there, he would be dead. So he would need to have a new host. Basically,
That's easy.
so he would have to possess the nearest Time Lord, which is what you would have to do if you ever plan on ever leaving that dimension.
Well, that wouldn't be too hard then. I'd just probably go for the Master then.
Well, this is the Third Doctor's era. Was the Master around? Maybe. Yeah, he probably was, but not introduced yet. Yeah, because, wait, the Master was around during the Third Doctor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. It's been a while. But yeah, that's the only downfall about that. is that you're
Yeah, that's the only downfall.
You're
Well,
I'd
trapped.
rather.
Yeah, you're trapped in
I,
that dimension until you find someone of
I
the same
would.
species to take over, take your
I would.
place.
I would honestly would rather have that than being stuck to where I would have to unalive people just to stick in a certain time period. Like, I'm good. I don't want to be unaliving multiple people.
Because having the powers of Kronos, the god of time, you would
Yeah, I
basically.
know, but I've done my research on Kronos. The only way to even keep the powers or to use them would be to unalive living entities, and I'll pass on that one.
Yeah. And with Omega, all you're doing is having someone switch places with you.
Yeah, my point exactly. Anywho,
Okay. Daisy,
yes.
would you rather give your chicken a haircut, shaving him bald, down to the skin,
Yeah.
leaving him with an afro?
Oh god.
And this is a rooster, so I mean he's gonna be pissed.
Oh.
This is not just some ordinary game fowl rooster. This is the Brahma rooster, the one that's about the size of a dog, that's as tall as your knee.
What the fuck?
So
Would
you rather shave a hulked out rooster in a sense, or would you rather shave a very moody lioness?
kind of mood?
Pissed off.
Oh no.
Moody. She doesn't want to be touched. She'll give you a few warning slices, but we know how lionesses are. They don't like surprises.
I think the chicken would be better.
The chicken.
Good, because Brahma chickens happen to be very slow once it comes to attacking because they're too big to aim. Because chickens attack by kicking. They only peck when they are not in the mood to kick. And seeing how a Brahma chicken weighs about 50 pounds, him trying to kick you is funny because he falls flat on his ass.
Oh. That's adorable.
I mean, there's videos of these Brahma chickens with little kids riding on their backs, so they're strong.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Alright, this one should be rather easy, but let's see how it goes. Dustin, would you rather receive $5 a day for the rest of your life, or receive 50,000 right here, right now?
$5 a day for the rest of my life.
Right.
Okay, I guess I would do $5 a day. Because 50,000 can be spent all at once. But I won't get any more. So $5 a day for the rest of my life, though. That's infinite.
Oh, supposedly, as long as you don't die in the next week.
Damn, okay.
I mean, you never know, because what if you're just walking along and all of a sudden that $5 just manifests in front of you while there's other people in front of you?
Yeah.
Because it didn't say how, when, or where that $5 will show up.
Well, you didn't say anything about the 50 grand either, where it would show up.
Right.
Well, actually, I did. Right here, right now.
Oh. But not necessarily where.
$5, there was nothing saying when, well, aside from every day. But that doesn't say when during that day.
It would probably show up at 12 a.m.
Yeah.
It would show up every start of the next day. And when it show up when you need it, it would show up when you least need it.
Daisy,
Yes.
if you could, would you rather end world hunger or find a cure for cancer?
World hunger.
Get one big problem out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, that and also there's basically already a cure for cancer. It's just that no one has the $5,000 to pay for it.
The marijuana. Oh, well, whatever.
So whose turn is it now?
It is Daisy's.
Unless Cat's on. No. Okay. Fine.
She's missing out. She was excited for this game.
Skyler,
Yes.
would you rather be a wizard or a ninja?
I'd be a wizard because I can also be a ninja.
Well, yeah.
I could literally magic myself invisible.
Magic myself invisible.
Skedaddle, skedoodle, your dick is now a noodle.
Oof. That's a weird one. Dustin,
Yep.
would you rather eat a hot salad or a cold soup?
I'd rather eat a cold soup.
Nice.
Because I used to do that when I didn't have electricity as a kid.
Hold on.
What's up?
What kind of salad are we talking about here? Because there are literal infinite kinds of salads. So what kind of salad? Is it a pizza salad?
I want to say a fried salad.
So like a fried pizza salad?
Maybe, if that's
See,
fine.
that's the thing, Dustin. She did not specify what kind of salad. It could be a bacon salad.
There's a reason why I'd rather have soup than a salad. Because the word salad makes me not hungry. My fat ass wants to be hungry, so I'd rather have cold soup. Because at least I'm getting something that doesn't have a turn-off word as its name.
Zaxby's Cobb salads, bruh. Bus.
I'm guessing it's my turn or Skyler's turn.
No, it's your turn, Dustin.
Okay. Skyler,
Yes.
would you rather have the key to of eternity or have the reality gem from Tut Zero?
Would I rather have the key of eternity? Is that what you said?
Yep.
What is this? Kingdom of Hearts?
Dustin?
The key of eternity being, as one religion called it, the key to Eden. Basically,
I think
paradise. You would get to, eternal paradise. As one religion once described it to be.
Gay.
well,
While the reality gem from the anime is particularly, this is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, we're a little bit of a getting the audience's attention. Basically, this gem allows you to create a reality based off of you can shape it, create it from whatever you desire it to be. The reality gem.
But the thing is, what anyone would use it to be would be their eternal paradise. So, ergo, the key would basically be doing the same thing, as it would be taking you to the eternal paradise that you would see as a paradise.
The key would take you to Eden, basically, not your paradise, but the place where Adam and Eve came from.
In that case, I will go for the reality gem.
The reality gem, basically, that's what Eden is, the place where where in Paradise was basically Adam and Eve's playground, where they got to name animals and shit, where they got to basically give names to everything. Except he had no sense of self-control and ate a fucking apple when they were told not to. I hate apples, so I wouldn't even eat one.
I don't know about.
Well, I don't hate them, but I just don't like the peel that gets stuck in my teeth. I just hate that part. So basically, I would have never have gotten kicked my own self kicked out of Eden. Stupid.
Anywho.
But yeah. Okay. Daisy.
What's that?
Would you rather have a $5 foot long classic Subway? And I mean for the Jared from Subway era, back when he was not a pedophile yet. Well, I don't know if he always was, whatever the case, but you get the idea. Basically, a $5 foot long. How when Subway was good, or would you rather have the old school? Shit, I forget. It's a McDonald's item. I can't remember the name.
An old school McDonald?
It was the old school McDonald's item. Basically, when I mean old school, I mean 1960s McDonald's, back when they actually cooked the damn burgers fresh.
The original McDonald's?
Yeah, like when the McDonald's brothers ran the McDonald's and cooked the burgers themselves under 60 seconds. Not frozen, good fresh meat. The original McDonald's.
I'll choose the original McDonald's.
Alrighty. Perfect. I'm guessing it's Skyler's turn now.
Dustin,
Yep.
would you rather have to smile every waking hour or have to laugh loudly every 30 minutes?
How long would I have to laugh for?
It didn't say, it just says every 30 minutes.
Okay, every 30 minutes I could go, ha!
So that's the thing. Every 30, that means even in your sleep, you will just let out a loud laugh.
I just blurt out a loud sound. No problem. And I can basically, I can pass it off as a medical disability and get SSI.
Oh my god.
Money, baby. I'll take that hysterical laugh.
Makes sense.
I can pass it off as Tourette's.
Oh yeah.
Daisy,
Yes.
would you rather bring people back from the edge of death, but each time takes a year off your life, or be able to grant wishes, but each time you forget a beautiful, meaningful memory from your past?
The first one.
Yeah, the first one makes more sense.
I mean, if I could bring back the people I lost, I would do that in a heartbeat. Because if I forget every meaningful memory, I'll be a vegetable in no time. Because people love wishes and are greedy motherfuckers.
I'm curious, are we actually gonna be spending the next few hours just doing Would You Rather? Because this is
Oh no, we're not doing that.
surprisingly fun.
Basically, we're just at this point just having a little bit of fun. Taking a break from the game. Because we've spent the first hour talking about, the anime. And then we took a little break and moved on to a game. Since we're getting, Among Us ready. Which is, by the way, is the next game we'll be playing, ladies and gentlemen. is among us.
Humongous.
Can I explain it?
Explain what?
Among Us, for those that haven't seen it yet.
Sure thing.
So, for those that have not seen Among Us, it is simple. Pretty much, you have crewmates, or crew members, if you will. There are different maps. Basically, if you are a crewmate, your job is to get your tasks done as quickly and as efficiently as possible. But you have to always keep an eye out, as there is always 1 to 3 imposters that will be there sabotaging and unaliving you. It is your job to avoid the imposter, and, if possible, to reveal them to your fellow crewmates and send them packing before they can do any more damage. And as they say in the Hunger Games, may the odds be ever in your favor. I think that worked.
I think if you kept on talking in that accent and that tone, I think every round, someone would vote you as the imposter.
What?
Someone would vote you as the imposter every round if you talked in that tone.
I would just have to keep saying, I have no idea what you mean, good sir. I am not the imposter. For if I was the imposter, you would not be here.
Can we even play? How many people we have?
We have a lot of people in the anime, so a handful of people are supposed to be joining into this.
Surprisingly enough, there is a lot of people online, but like none of them are joining. Which is weird.
I was gonna type in "bring your asses," but
I'm already taking care of that.
no, literally "bring your asses."
One thing I will actually have to say as a bit of a spoiler, the only spoiler I'm ever gonna give, is mainly my evil Sona. You might see a few sneak peeks of him. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't wait to get Angeles.
I'm not even sure how that's a spoiler. Never mind. I thought it was.
Because you take everything about your story seriously as a spoiler.
Yeah, pretty much. I take literally everything involving my characters as basically a spoiler, as pretty much they are existing entities. And I will state, there's a total of 4 entire families. I originally said 3, but there's actually 4.
Ooh.
I have made and not just that, but I'm still trying to tinker on, well, an entire location, like the literal environment and everything I'm tinkering on. I've never had to go so in depth and in detail before, and shockingly enough, I'm already a quarter of the way there. Anywho, whose turn was it?
I have no idea.
Hey Daisy, do you want to go?
No.
Dustin?
Sure, I'll go. Skyler,
Yes.
would you rather change your gender or change the luck of your worst enemy? And
I would go with.
what I
I
mean
would
by
go.
luck is like if he's having an okay luck, the minute you change it, he's going to a shit luck where he might just get killed at the next corner street, or he might just win $1 million.
I
Never
sort
know.
of figured that's why I said I'm gonna go with choice number. Wait, what are my options again?
You can either change your gender with the cost of your voice, or you can change the luck of your worst enemy. He can either one day win $1 million, or he can be shot dead in the next corner.
I'm gonna go with option 1 because option 2 risks Inferno actually seizing my capsule of adventures.
Alrighty.
Jesus.
No, check that. I would rather do option 1 because option 2 leaves a chance he could actually snatch your ship, Dustin.
Beep. Well, Daisy,
Yes.
would you rather have a pet spider named Jerry, or have a pet Tyrannosaurus Rex named Rex?
A pet spider named Jerry.
Okay, you now got yourself one of those massive spiders from Skyler.
But the bird-eating spiders?
Oh no, the big, giant frostbite spiders.
Those are awesome spiders. Heck yeah.
And his name is Jerry.
Jerry the spider. Yep. So you can crawl on me. We can just chill.
Well, he would weigh 100 pounds, so you're basically being crushed by that giant spider you fight at the beginning of the game. It's Jerry the spider. His name is misleading. Because when you think of Jerry, you think of that tiny mouse from Tom and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I mean, I would pet the spider, because why not?
Alrighty. Okay, who wants to take over?
I get it. Dustin,
Yep.
would you rather listen to the Macarena for 4 hours straight or listen to Mambo number 5 for 4 hours straight?
Macarena. I listen to that for 8 hours a day, so... Because that's all I listen to when I'm at work.
Z,
Yes.
would you rather fight Voldemort or fight Freddy Krueger?
Weakness again? Fuck.
Freddy Krueger exists in dreams, while Voldemort, you just have to do a kill curse on him after getting rid of all the Horcruxes.
So,
Well-
basically you get to shoot Harry Potter in the head. At least once.
What if I don't know magic? You know? I'm just me.
I just said, a gun. You shoot. You shoot the book, which is the first Horcrux, I think. You shoot Harry Potter in the head, which was the final one. You shoot Voldemort himself. You shoot all the other things that are bound to Voldemort. Just use a gun.
But the thing is, Dustin, you would have to destroy all the Voldemort's Horcruxes first, and
That's what I'm saying. Harry Potter is technically a Horcrux. for Voldemort. Because remember, Voldemort's last Horcrux was Harry Potter, unknowingly. So that's why when Harry seemed to have died, that broke the final thing, which is why Harry was able to defeat and kill Voldemort.
I would go with Freddy Krueger, bro.
How I would win a fight against Freddy Krueger is simple. I'm gonna go get your mom, Freddy.
Alright.
Because everyone knows how Freddy Krueger got defeated by his mom, so.
I actually got one for both of you, if I may.
Alright.
Ooh.
Would you rather jump forward 10 years of your life or go back 10 years of your life? Now, if you jump forward, you wouldn't have missed any of those years. You would have merely been on autopilot, just like click.
If I go backwards 10 years, would the logic still apply? So I still have all my memories and everything, except I'd be back again.
Not sure how you would go on autopilot going backwards.
No, I mean, not the click. I mean, if I was asking if I went backwards, would I still be able to have my memories of the present?
Yes.
In that case, I would go backwards and
Yeah, I'll go back.
I would go backwards to make this anime more stable and correct all the mistakes I ever made. So then, I wouldn't correct all of them, because that would be too big of a paradox to fix at the end. I would only correct a few to allow me to get the anime to its best foot forward. Meaning I would already know who to contact in the future. It would be like pulling a Doctor Who all over again. Or I'd actually technically be pulling a Professor Paradox of Ben 10. I'd be perfectly planning out the events. So yeah, I would basically be altering the events slightly towards my favor more. Not completely. I'll still let myself have the same inspirations to cause me to do certain things, but I would do everything that I did in the original timeline, but I would do it sooner. So then I would do everything that I'm trying to do now back then. So by the time it's 2020, my anime would already be ready to go in 2020, like originally it was supposed to be.
I got another one for you both.
What's up?
Would you rather only speak in question or only speak in movie quotes?
Only speak in movie quotes.
I'd rather speak in question, so that people will think of me as, God damn it, first Sakura was speaking in rhymes, and now I'm speaking in questions. MLP joke, gotta love it.
Anyone else want to turn?
No.
Okay,
Or
I got a question to get things back on, since things have been a bit off track. I didn't expect us to be playing, Would You Rather for so long. So I'll be doing more Would You Rather stuff related towards the anime.
Okay.
Alrighty. Would you rather, Skyler, would you rather go back in time and stop TUD-0 from witnessing... Crap, I forgot what the event was. Would you rather go back in time and stop TUD-0 from getting the curse of Johnstone? Or would you rather go to the future and stop J.S. Wolf from saving Baby Lum?
say it again?
Would you rather stop the main character from getting the curse of Johnstone? Or would you rather stop J.S. Wolf from saving a particular baby main character in that snowy little shed or cabin?
That's a tough one.
It's either prevent TUD0 from ever getting the curse, or prevent the genetic mutation of the curse from saving
That's the
your
thing.
Sona.
If I prevent the curse from ever beginning, it will still do the same effect as doing the thing in the future. However, that would cause a severe paradox, so I would have to do the second option to do the least amount of damage.
Well, at the end, you seem to, of course, to put it in the very simple terms, a lot of events would go undone. But at the end of the day, that was a smart move. It was a trick question too, so you could have severely damaged the entire reality, but instead you did it correctly and got rid of the secondary genetic mutation result.
I mean, and not just that, but it would just revert back to the original of how it was.
Yeah. Yeah, so instead of it being your Sona saving himself, it would have been, or instead of it JS Wolf saving your Sona, it would have been your Sona saving your Sona. Yeah. But plus the crucial damage of you getting rid of John Stone, there would have been nothing to stop Inferno at its prime.
Alright, so I got a final one for all of you. This one's gonna be fun.
Ooh.
Would you rather only make animal noises, not including human noises, or only hear animal noises?
Animal noises.
Oh, hear animal noises.
Basically, you won't be able to hear humans. You'll only be able to hear a normal animal. You can't hear them.
Oof.
I mean, I'd rather, make animal noises so I can, hear everybody else and understand them. I'd just be making animal noises.
I mean,
Eh,
sign language.
I'm gonna be right back. I got something to do real quick.
Oh my god, these leggings feel so good.
So far, this has been fun. We're having fun, celebrating, and plus we're having some, interesting conversation.
Alright, gents, I'm back.
Whoa.
After 1,000 years, you've returned.
Ha ha ha, very funny.
Yeah, Skyler said he'll be right back, but we've been playing Would You Rather for the past 16 hours.
Haha, very funny. It hasn't been 16 hours.
Okay, it's only been 2 hours. Because we talked about the anime for... Actually, it's only been an hour and 23 minutes.
Yes, well, I was dealing with certain affairs, so you will pardon me for the time being.
It's no problem.
Whew.
For now, we're all having a good time.
It's hot.
Too hot.
It's getting hot in here.
It is getting hot in here. Just, give me one second, guys. I'm gonna close the door and hear what's going on.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
Got my USB.
You found your USB.
Oh, did I?
Yes, I get it, phone. Thank you.
Actually, let's see what would happen. And into here.
I am officially the absolute hell out.
Oh, face reveal.
Yeah, haha, very cute.
It's not making.
Shall we join?
I guess we might as well.
Secret is now out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, face reveal. First of all, this is Cat's face. Now we shall show Daisy's face. Special guest Daisy. And then we shall show yours truly. Here I am.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
Here I
Live.
am.
Heartbeat. Once it comes down to everything, this is the anime podcast so far.
Ooh.
Part 2.
What did I miss?
We just played Would You Rather literally for the past hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I'll bet.
20 questions got boring. We forgot which one was which, so we just moved on to a secondary. But yeah, it comes down to everything. We, so far, are trying to determine what we will be doing in part 3 of this podcast. As we only got about good 40 something minutes left.
Okay.
So then we can actually move on to the secondary part after a good hour break. But yeah, so far, basically, to put it this way, the podcast has been going swimmingly. I mean, we got to feature one of the animators. We got to see the storyboard artist. We got to meet Skyler for the first time. Basically, we got our guest star, Kat, the almighty guest star. And so far, everyone's having a good time.
That's good. So I didn't miss anything devastatingly important. I'm assuming, on my end, I didn't miss anything that I desperately be here for.
You didn't miss anything crucial. You just missed out on the fun game.
Well, unfortunately, I was setting out Halloween candy.
For now, Skyler he's on AFK for a little bit. As for now, for the remaining, so far we've been live for about 2 hours and 28 minutes and 37 seconds.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that's just this part 2.
Still crazy though, like that. Then talking long.
Yeah.
Because when we started, it was 10 this morning?
Yep, 10 a.m. And this will be going all the way to 10 p.m.
Wow.
12 hours.
So it's a good amount of stream. We might start extending the intermissions so we have long enough to get dinner and everything like that. So I think after this intermission, since it's 4 o'clock, I'm going to extend the intermission for a good hour instead of 30 minutes like it was before. And make it officially an hour. Then for the next intermission later, that'll be an hour and 30 minutes. So we'll extend the intermissions, because then that's when we will be moving on to another time zone, because that's when people from the other side of the world start to wake up and get ready and hop on with us. Because so far,
I hate to say it, guys, but these are actually really hurting my teeth.
So, it's no problem. We can take it off.
I'm sorry. I know that was really gross to do on camera, but
That's perfectly alright. For now,
Okay.
looking at everything so far, it seems that we are going swell on schedule. The connection's going good. And as I already revealed to our listeners and watchers, that we will be doing an Among Us place on our next thing, once we can get enough people, because it's the idea.
Shit.
For now, going into the rest of it, let's get on to the greater part of things. The future of the anime. And what does it hold for us? Well, plain and simple. For the rest of this year, we will be dedicating our time towards getting the teaser animation slowly worked on and made. The teaser animation probably most likely will not be released until 2021 or 2022 at the latest, depending on how funding is. Now, my plans pretty much are, as the rumors have been going around about this stimulus check thing that's going around, I will take advantage of that corporate-wise and just use that to actually boost up the animation's progress speed, since I do have a stable source of funding for my own life, food, and etc. So I will be basically taking advantage of a loan given by the government anyways, so it would go right back to what the company would consider it benefit. So I do plan on boosting the anime whatever source is possible. At the moment, we are working at a slow pace while we are pocket funding the anime at the moment, but once we get enough people, going to the Patreon, sending us funding and everything like that, everything should be working the exact same progress. The more people we get on the Patreon, the higher the funding will be, and the faster things will go monthly.
Oh, hello, I see faces.
Yep. Welcome back, Skyler.
I turned on my camera and I didn't honestly even really mean to, and so now here.
Yep, an accidental facial reveal. So here we are. So,
Skyler, if you want to join us in that, you can, but you absolutely do not have to.
Give me a second. I gotta find my mask.
I'm sorry, did anybody else hear I gotta find my mayonnaise?
Nope, I heard mask.
I heard mayonnaise. I'll apologize for my dyslexic brain.
Hey Cat, what's 6 plus 9?
Did you say what's 6 plus 9?
Yep.
I didn't hear that. Say that again, 6 plus 9? Shit, I don't know. Don't make me do fucking math while I'm fucking high on my medication.
6 plus 9 is 69.
No, it's not.
6, right? 6, right? And the 9. It forms 69. I'm not wrong, am I?
You're wrong. Unfortunately, I know that.
Because 60 plus 9 equals
It's 15. That's a mask.
69 is
Yes,
the
I get
total.
it. You just put the two to side by side, not.
Yeah. 60 plus 9 is 69.
You said 6 plus 9.
60 plus 9.
Did you mean 6? Oh, okay, but you said 6 plus 9, as in the number 6 and 9.
Are you sure
You didn't say
that's-
60.
I said
said 6.
60 plus 9 equals 69.
Daisy, did you hear 6 or 60?
I didn't hear nothing.
Exactly!
So which one is it?
I was.
My poor face.
Okay, so if you're saying 6 as in the number 6 plus 9, as I literally asked you twice, it's 15. But if it's 60 plus 9, it's 69.
Well,
Right.
which one did I ask you?
You asked me 6 plus 9, which is 15.
Which one? Are you sure that's what I asked you, or did you hear me wrong?
Yes! I am absolutely 150% sure that is what you asked me.
Are you 1000% sure?
You know what? We are not playing this riddles crap.
Are you 100,000% sure?
Yes!
Final answer.
Because I reiterated twice. Did you say 6 plus 9? And you said yes. Stop trying to confuse me. It's not gonna work.
Are you 100,000% sure?
Dustin, I'm going to drive over to your house and dump water in your Dr. Pepper if you don't stop.
I don't have any Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the greatest thing about it. So you sure? Are you?
Yes.
Well, then you're correct. 6 plus 9 is 15.
Can I smack him yet? Please? Somebody?
I was technically right on both ends. 6 plus 9 is 6 plus 9.
Shut up.
Because you do take the two numbers and put them together. Not adding them,
Yes,
putting
Dustin,
them together. It's
you're
all
just
part
a
of the
pain in
riddle.
my ass.
It's called being riddling and having fun. We're just having
me a
innocent
second.
I have
mathematical
a
fun.
question.
Give me a second.
What's going on, Skyler? What's going on?
When will we be gaming again?
We will be gaming again this coming. Once it comes into it, we will be gaming at the next
Also, Daisy,
start.
for some reason I cannot hear you.
It seems we are having audio issues.
Our headphones are down.
Huh?
No, you're fine, Kat. Daisy, we can't hear you.
You
Daisy,
can't
that-
hear me?
Okay, now we
Yeah.
can hear. See, she was
I wasn't
being really
talking.
quiet. She was being really quiet, Sky.
Oh,
You guys give me a second. I'm gonna take.
Anyways, I'm gonna basically reveal some concept art now, since we unfortunately couldn't get the artist to show up during this particular time, which is fine. So what we're gonna do is move on to the final part of this segment while we still got a good amount of time left. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, give y'all a very simple reveal. So within the power of magic, we are gonna all turn off our webcams. Simple and simple. Turn them all off. Right? And as we basically go into there, and as we are basically going to be going into the next scene, and as we slowly change in, we will now, boom, as it was shown and as it was written, here is the concept art for Fawn. Basically, with this particular set, everyone could be happy enough to see. That's how I'll get this all turned on for everyone. As stream, everyone on stream can see this. Basically, this was stage 5 Fawn, as everyone can see it. As if you can't, just let me know, guys, who in the Discord. If you can't see it, just let me know.
She's adorable.
But this was stage 5. Basically, in stage 6, we are removing these close-ups because the animators determined they no longer needed them. But as you can see, Fawn was supposed to be a 90s booper, or a classic 90s babysitter, with the Converse, knee socks, the little skirt, and tank top. Overall very basic. The Converse were designed with right to the T. We just don't have the little emblem inside of them because of copyright. But you get the idea. She is inspired by an Arctic fox. Because with an Arctic fox, they have a nice big poofy tail. We try to keep them accurate with their animal predecessor designs. Because that is what you basically try to do within it all. Just basically try to keep it fitting nice and good. Now, we shall be moving on to the next one. Driana. as this is personally a character that both me and Skyler created. As you can see, she is clearly on the gray wolf side of things. She's combined with a little bit of the dire wolf look, and we've given her plenty of detail from once it comes down to every ounce for the hind legs slightly, with the nice high heel boots. Gave her a little bit of a pirate's trench coat kind of mixing it up a little bit. And from detail from her crimson eye colors, we gave her basically as much detail. Now this is not the final coloring. For the public, if you're wondering, this is not the final colors. This is just a rough. This is a basic color, flat coloring, not shaded, no nothing. As you can see, we've basically tried to make sure that every detail of the character is perfected. From the tail, to the hands, to the feet, to the head, everywhere. Now we will move on to one of our more popular characters we were talking about earlier, Bitsy, as we were mentioning her. This was one of Shoop's favorite characters. Now, Stage 5, the only problem we have with Bitsy is that the heads do not match. We are aware that her head is fixed in Stage 6, which I'll show you that in a little bit. As from here, you can see we gave her the 1970s design for the tiny crop top, for the Daisy Duke shorts, and the wedge shoe sandals. And she has a little bit of she's an android, so she has these funky little android eyes that are corrupted. But as you can see, we tried to give her kind of a fake looking tail for the sense that she's a robot. You know, basic stuff here and there. Now, we will move on to what Bitsy is having done for her head. This is currently Stage 6 Bitsy's head. We are currently doing rough work on Stage 6, making sure her head's fully changed. As you can see, we gave her a more of a Finnick Fox approach, as we were talking about earlier with Shoop. As he mentioned, we were giving more of the Finnick design. As you can see, she still contains the same android eyes and everything. We just gave her longer ears and adjusted snout. And you can see the headshot a lot better. Making sure we have exactly 100% an even amount. As from that, actually everyone here can see, what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts, Sky?
What?
What are your thoughts on the headshots here?
Oh, they aren't bad. They're very nice.
Yeah. And once it comes down to it, what's your thoughts, Daisy, on the Stage 6 look?
It's more proportionate.
Good. What's your opinion, Kat?
I definitely gotta agree with Daisy on that. It's definitely more proportionate, I will agree, and I definitely just overall like it.
That is
Any
good.
other scene.
Once it comes down to everything, as you can see, that we have these characters completely drawn and ready for the public view, and as the public can see, we are clearly putting in effort and time into making this. We're trying to make sure we get it done correctly the first time, while each mistake we notice in each stage, we correct in the next one. Plain and simple. Easy fixed, easy solution. For now, as we go forth, we're going to go ahead and slowly go back into the black screen. Then we shall return with our cams back on, as you shall see us once the screen is ready. And then, huzzah! And we are back, just like that.
Back in black.
Yep. Once it comes down to everything, pretty much that was our little art display, just to show off, to give you guys a taste of what is being done. There will be more artwork to be seen. We will be making promotional art soon enough. As we speak, it's being made, and it will be released of the main character and his companion. and we plan on getting you all the basics. We're just giving you the rundown, taking it in, and getting y'all the best foot forward.
You look comfy.
What was that, Sky?
What?
You said something, Sky?
I was commenting on the dog that's bugging me.
Oh, okay. For now.
What's going on? What happened?
No, it's nothing. For now, we're basically, at this point, we at TUDNation have been working, and also it's, once again, I would just like everyone to just say, give a round of applause for our special guest for showing up. This is always nice to have our special guest star pop in. Even though she's not connected with TUDNation, it's still always nice to have a nice guest star come in who was around in the past and she was interested. And she has some.
I mean, I'm still interested in helping you guys, and I'm always gonna be here to help you guys out with whatever you need. It's just college is a pain.
Exactly. And once it comes down to a lot of it, we are always happy to have our special guest star show up. And consider us to today's show. This is our Cat is our Steve Irwin before the Stingray thing. So basically, going down to the rest of it, we are having a lot planned. We still are doing a lot, getting a lot of the kinks out of the scenario. We're still trying to get it all done. That is the crucial part. Making this anime presentable and ready for you all to see. Now, the greatest part I can be proud to say is that when you guys see this teaser animation, it'll have humor. We're making fun of TMZ a little bit with the little bikini balance board. That's all I will say about that. But I think you guys will get a chuckle out of it. It's not too extreme, but we're basically trying to make it, suitable. Funny, at the same time,
Doggo!
perfect.
Puppy!
Doggo!
Das ist puppy.
Das ist Doggo.
Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to take a picture for my boy. I'm trying to get the photo just... It's not coming out right, and I'm, really frustrated right now.
Trying to take a picture of what? Yourself?
Cute, kind of. I was looking cute for him, okay? He's... I'm home soon.
Oh, I didn't know you were trying to pose. But yes, look at the doggo. That dog looks really confused. Poor dog. For now, to cool look at everything the way it has always been. The best way to put it is that we are slowly getting closer to that time once again that our session of this particular part of the stream is done. We are getting close to an intermission, but that won't be until about 10 to 20 minutes. So for now, we still got a couple of things to talk about. For example, the plans for the voice actors and voice actresses. Are we a union? No, we don't do the union. We're doing a different way because we're still working on our own thing. Because the unions, from personal experiences, what I've learned, aren't exactly the greatest thing. That does not mean we are against supporting people equally. As Daisy can tell you that TUDNation, we plan to pay everyone the same, biased of everything else. We will be paying everyone equally. That is the important thing. As I don't know if you heard me, Daisy, but I was basically saying TUDNation, even though we are not officially a union scenario, we do always tend to pay everyone the same amount for the same amount of work. We are an equal payment. We are not gender biased. We're not... Sorry about that. It's been a long day. So far, we plan on making sure that everyone gets paid the same amount. If someone is to be paid more, that is either because they're doing a lot more. Because we basically go based off of how much work everyone does. If you're doing the same amount, you get paid the same amount. If you're doing a bunch of things more than everybody else, you get paid now. We try to balance it out at the end of the day. And the more funding we get, the higher the pay will raise. So it's a fixed rate based off of budgeting. So going down into everything, at the end of the day, we may not be what everyone would consider a top-of-the-notch company, we are slowly getting there. We are slowly setting ourselves up and becoming our own individual unit. As in TUDNation, we try to do things differently. As once it comes down towards everything else, like, let's say, what are our stipulations to retiring or quitting, basically, if you're to quit or retire early, you have to be paid for your last done works, and you will still be considered a veteran, so you can always come back, and you will come back and be on the same exact amounts they've been before. And it seems Daisy has vanished. Oh, Daisy's back. There we go. But yes, once it comes towards our voice actors and actresses, we try to make sure we come up with particular plans and schedules designed based off of them. I'm sorry. Once it comes down towards everything, we plan on making sure that everyone is satisfied at the end. Now, once it comes to another question, do we hire freelancers? Yes, we do. We have some artists that are not working for our company solely, but we are commissioning them to do work for us. Which, basically, we do give them the opportunity to join in our team. As we're not biased, we'll work with anyone we can get that we can. As we were willing to work with any company that reaches its hand out to support us. But at the end of the day, we are our own company, our own animation studio. So that's what we're trying to be. As we're willing to accept help from Funimation, we're willing to accept funding and loans from banks from all over. As long as, at the end of the day, they respect the boundaries set. As when it comes down to everything, like, let's say if our anime gets picked up, our company becomes massive and gets a bunch of funding. Will we breach contracts and basically replace everyone with more expensive voice actors and animators? No. As Daisy can tell you, a long time ago I decided I would never replace any voice actors or actresses that I have casted for a role, because I picked them out for that role. I'm not just going to kick them off and grab someone better. There's no one better because I picked them for this role. Because I wouldn't have given you this role if I felt you could not do it. So, even if we get big, everyone has nothing to worry about. Their roles are still safe and intact and secure. I mean, as Daisy can back me up on this and tell you, I made sure that everyone knows that no matter what happens, they will still have the role at the end of the day. Isn't that right, Daisy?
Yes.
And I probably made that clear 1,600 times to them, because I try to always make sure I try to be upfront with people, tell them exactly what to expect and how it's going to go, etc. I try to make sure I run this company at the best at my extent. Because at the end of the day, what I'm doing, whatever I do, is being noticed. So, doing this podcast. Right now, it may seem like we don't have any viewers at all, but don't worry, we will get viewers. We will. Eventually, someone's going to look at YouTube and see this podcast, which is no problem. This is our 10th year anniversary. I'm always just happy to talk about the anime to the public. Because we are a closed production. That is why we don't normally post anything on Twitter or anything like that, or our social media accounts. Because we're more focused on working than being social. Which is not exactly a good idea, so we're starting to try to open up and be social. But at the same time, we're trying to keep security on our concept art and etc. We're trying not to have any leaks or thefts of any kind. So that's why we are taking all the precautions that we can at the end of the day to make sure that this podcast or any future podcast showing off concept art goes a lot smoother than before. As for now, once it comes down towards, let's say, okay, as we talked about concept art, we talked about the contracts, so we'll move on to the next more important question: funding and artists. So, let's say we have an artist that is a freelancer, but he decides he wants to join in as a permanent part of TUDNation. We will give him a trial run, and we'll discuss his payment, and we will basically go in there, and if he can do the art style and can handle it, we will hire him. But if the artist feels that he or she cannot do the work, we will give them an opportunity, a 30-day trial, to try to come up a nice, decent amount of time to learn the style and create something similar. If they can make a piece of art that fits a certain spectrum of what we're looking for, then we'll keep them in the training until they feel they are able to do, official concept art the correct way. Because that is our solution. Because we don't just, let people go or fire them. We don't like that. We want to keep everyone we work with. So what we're trying to do is, if you're having trouble with the art style, we'll put you in the scenario kind of training in a sense until you feel like you've mastered or at least learned the style better, so you can do it a lot better than you used to. And so once it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's all about how you do things, when you do things, and exactly why. Because at the end of it, we're all just trying to work together. We are a unit, a family team, but we are a unit. From what the concept artists do, that goes on to the storyboard artist, and from what the storyboard artist does, that goes right to the animators. It's a simple flow of a system. Because the animators have their own phase, as we talked about earlier. Sorry about that, folks. Pretty much, once it comes down into it, we are trying our best to make sure that we give you something great, something just fantastic to see. As it might be rough, but we will be trying to get you a nice, decent animation. Because I refuse to put anything out there that isn't up to my standards. Because I try to make sure that everyone, when they first get the first impression, now the first impression makes, an impression, but your last impression is what's important. Because the first impression can be really shitty. It's the last impression that truly shows who you are. Because I can come in one day late for work and you would think, okay, I'm just some tardy kid. But then one day I come in and boom, I happen to be in traffic 24/7, causing me to be late. See, the last impression, of course, I make is that I'm open, hardworking. Even when I'm late, I make up for it. That's just an example, of course, but you get the idea. So I want to make sure the last impression you get from me is the same impression that you get from the first. That I'm trying to basically give you the greatest anime that we can, at the greatest quality, at the most affordable rate. And of course, we're a family company, so we're trying to give you a better understanding. Now, once it comes down towards the anime in particulars, the anime itself is PG-13. The audio drama is 18+. Yes, it does have its mature adult scenes, but they're basically, the audio drama is the uncensored story of the original version of the story. And you would have to have a membership exclusively to get access to it, because clearly, adult themes and, a mature rating, 18+, where it's mature sexual content, is for older people, clearly. So that will be put in a more secure way to get access to that. You would have to pay for a subscription for it, which also comes with a calendar. If you do it for the Patreon donating monthly, you get a chance to get one of our rare character calendars, which Daisy is modeling for, because we have a safe for work calendar, a basic, friendly. Every character gets 10 calendars. Some of them, safe for work. Some of them end up, flirty, mature calendars like pinup. Basically, stuff like that. So basically, we're not trying to just give out adult content as rewards. We're basically just giving out, decent calendars that fit the characters and fit what their personalities are like. Because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. Now, the manga, is there going to be a PG-13 manga? Yes, there will be one. We will be making a PG-13 one for the kids to read, and then we have the manga itself, the original, that's 18+, that will be exclusive access for adults to get access to online, once again, purchasing the subscription. Once it comes down to everything, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this particular segment, as this has been as the current time is 5:05 and it's about to become 5:06 in about 8 seconds. So what we're going to be doing is cutting right into transmission and intermission. So for now, everyone, it's been good to have this little conversation. I'm glad I was finally able to show you some art. As for now, going into our next intermission, we are going to be having a wonderful time. Once it comes down to everything, we will be back in exactly an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. If not, if we're somehow late, that'll be 2 hours at the most. But we should be back between 6 to 7. For now, good. Thank you for stopping by. Please stand by for the next Twitch stream in the next hour and an hour and a half. Thank you, and please come back, as please stand by for the next part of this Twitch.